Hey, everybody. It's Marty Bahama. Sorry about that. We tried to go live and our don't think our volume was working, but hopefully it should be fixed now. Let me know when you get in here, Don Marie. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll make sure I can talk a little louder and prouder. I think one thing that happens for sure is this is a pretty directional mic, and if I turn my head and in talk, a lot of times it'll fade away. So I need to be making sure I'm heading towards this direction. So it's kind of new to me, but let me make sure that you guys can hear me. I think I hit a I see a yay and I see a we're good. So make sure you guys share this out there. I appreciate it, Don Marie and Kamikaze. We only had a few people on a minute ago starting off, so it wasn't too bad. Now we're going to be talking about Facebook jail, Facebook prison, Facebook purgatory, Messenger timeout. One of the biggest reasons a lot of people don't follow through when it comes to posting in the groups, when it comes to trying to no, hey, that's not. We've been doing so many videos, they ain't no big deal, Kamikaze, because we just did right before we jumped on this live here. We did a screen share video. We did some kind of other kind of strange video that it's brand new that she brought to the table today, where I was able to share my screen and be able to show some of the great results a brand new Buzz team member got who signed up today, less than 3 or 4 hours ago, has already got so many comments, so many messages. His mind is blown. But he also found himself in Messenger timeout a little bit, almost Messenger timeout. He started getting a little bit of warnings. So that led me to wanting to go ahead and do a live tonight to tell you about the different things that Facebook kind of puts into place to slow people down or to keep people from spamming the groups, spamming the messages, messaging too many people that's not even friends of theirs. So that's the things about tonight's topic. I hope you guys learn a little bit about this. Yeah, Don Marie, we always have our issues when it comes to these lives and these screenings sometimes. But the great thing is we figure it out, and and we know how to get the word out there to tell people how to use the Facebook groups and how to toggle through the Facebook groups, how to message people to keep from getting in so much trouble. Because usually what happens is somebody will sign up to be a Buzz team member and they're not used to being on Facebook that much as far as actually joining groups, messaging people, posting in groups. Majority of people use Facebook for more of your hey, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate that, Care. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But they use Facebook for everyday life to connect with friends and family, but not necessarily for the groups as much. And now they're starting. A lot of people don't even know about the Facebook groups. I can talk to my friends, family, and they'll kind of know about the yard sale groups. Or yeah, I've seen those yard sale groups out there where people buy things, sell things. And trust me, we don't just use the yard sale groups, but that is where some of our most awesome, greatest clients come from and some of our busiest posts. So when you go from 0 to 60 in your Tesla Buzz rocket speed awesomeness, Facebook will be like, okay, wait a minute. Now, this person's been on Facebook all these years. And now all of a sudden, they're joining a bunch of groups. They're messaging a bunch of people. They're making a bunch of posts out there. And a lot of times what happens is since we give people access to our Buzz Google Classrooms, since we tell people, hey, if you go to our Buzz Google Classrooms and you go to classroom number 4, and you guys are going to get to see this tonight in action, because after this live tonight at around 10:30 on the Human Energy Buzz channel, we've got a video being uploaded of that brand new real estate agent showing his name is Michael. He actually put a video on for me. When I say brand new agent, I don't know how long he's been an agent, maybe 5 years, but brand new to the Buzz as of today, and covered up with clients so many that he made a quick video for me and said, this is crazy. I never seen nothing like this. Look at all these people that quick. But you'll also see a Buzz team member who's been with us for about 2 years, 2.5. Now it's Michael Hicks. Drop his link to his personal branding group, who he says he still gets clients out of. 2 years later, it's still growing. He's still getting clients out of it. So at 10:30, you guys are going to see that video be dropped right here on the Human Energy Buzz. You'll be able to see real live results, real time. And then at 11 o'clock on our Marty Bahama and Kamikaze Christie channel, you're going to be able to see a screen share video where I showed about these classrooms, what I'm talking about right now. I even showed classroom number 4. I did a screen share. I want you guys to be able to see what I see, where to go to in the classroom. But I showed classroom number 4, and you'll be able to see the category and how long it is of all the different videos, all the different screenshots of talking about how you get around Facebook jail. What is Facebook jail? What is Facebook timeout? What is Messenger timeout? What's Facebook purgatory? What's Facebook prison? And it started years ago. This started years ago for us, and it really got started for me because I always push the limits. At one time, you could create a Facebook group and you could add in 500 people to that Facebook group, and you'd eventually get put in Facebook jail. Now, back in those days, what would happen is you would basically wouldn't be able to post in any groups or join any Facebook groups for a certain amount of time. Now, it's usually from 3 days, 5 days, 7 days to 14 days. And I've seen it up to 3 months before. So, and that's the longest period I've ever seen for anybody to have their account. And when I say 3 months, their account got put in what we call Facebook purgatory. You couldn't see the account. You could see the gray image of the person, but you couldn't see their profile picture. They were having to verify who they were. And at that time, this was a Buzz team member who had got put in Facebook jail, and he made the mistake of trying to open up a bunch of different accounts. And every time he'd open up a different account, guess what? It would get put in Facebook jail too, to the point where they took his main account completely off Facebook. He spent 90 days using a Buzz formula on LinkedIn to meet realtors because he was banned from Facebook. That's when we proved years ago that the Buzz formula would work on other platforms, but we just happen to know these Facebook groups inside out. So Facebook prison, hey, what's up? What's up? Facebook prison is what I consider is when you get put in Facebook, when you've done something too many times. And here's the weird thing about Facebook. They don't give you the exact number of how many times you can do things. So for us, we just try to keep it under 100. You know, whether it be joining Facebook groups, whether it be posting to Facebook groups, whether it be commenting on houses, whether it be sending messages, we try to keep that total number under 100. But what I consider Facebook prison is where you have got Facebook has told you they want you to send in your photo ID. They want you to send in a photo ID. And so they've locked your account down. A lot of times you'll see that little gray outline. You know, you won't see your actual photo. And they'll say they want you to send in a photo ID. Well, a lot of people just send in a regular picture of themselves because they don't say ID, they just say photo. But it is so much smarter to send in actual driver license, send in a real ID when you send that in. Otherwise, you're counting on Facebook's facial recognition. So you don't want to do that. But that would be what I consider Facebook prison. Now, Facebook purgatory, I've got it is what I consider an account that is probably locked down and you may not ever get it opened up. I've got 2 Marty Human accounts. We stumbled across this toolkit a few years ago. And this toolkit, what it would do is let's say you're in 1,000 groups. If you're in 1,000 Facebook groups, and if see what happened is in these Facebook groups, sometimes these admins get tired of them. They jump out of them. They don't want them anymore. Well, this toolkit would scan those Facebook groups and pick up any groups that didn't have an admin in it. But you could also use that same toolkit to do your posting for you. So it would post in like 50 groups at a time. Boom, 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 boom. And that right there cost me one of my accounts from using that auto poster. So I don't use any kind of auto poster. I don't use any kind of bots. I don't use Facebook business pages. I don't do anything like that because number one, I already got control over 100 groups. And the 100 groups that I have, 98 of them or more I bought. There was only one or two I actually used that group kit to pick up because I didn't like using it. I got scared of it, didn't want to use it anymore. But that is what I consider Facebook prison care. Mr. Or Mrs. Marstuf. I can't tell because I got my sunglasses on here. But that's what I consider Facebook prison is where your account's been shut down and they're saying you need to verify who you are. Now, it ain't a horrible thing. My account's been shut down probably 100 times. But that is, like I said, I used to push the limits. At one time, I added all those people to a Facebook group. Well, now you can't just add people to a Facebook group without them accepting the invite. Before, you could just put them in there. But once you put so many people into a group, you get busted. You get put in Facebook jail. Or once you message so many people, you would get put in messenger timeout. Or once you try to tag somebody into a post, if you try to tag too many people into a comment or to a post, or if you go out there and post too many times in like 200 groups, that might end you up in Facebook jail, Facebook prison, Facebook timeout. And Facebook timeout is basically just a slap on the wrist. You'll get a message that says you're abusing the system a little bit. Usually, I have like a red exclamation point, even in Facebook, or to have something to pop up that says, cannot complete this mission right now. Check back later, and that is typically Facebook just warning you a little bit saying, hey, slow it down. I see you. I see you moving. You must have met Marty and the Buzz. Marty and Christy must have taught you how to use these Facebook groups. So now you're moving and grooving, but just slow it down, and then you get to a point where Facebook jail is real simple because Facebook jail, you can actually go to your support inbox and it'll tell you how long you're going to be in Facebook jail for. And it can even be Facebook probation. Now, probation is you can only post in the groups that you control. You can only do things in the groups that you admin of or you moderate. But if it's a group you don't have control of, it's not going to let you post in it. And that usually lasts anywhere from 3 days to 5 days to 7 days. And it'll even tell you, it says it very specific. It says you can only post in the groups that you manage for this certain time period. Facebook jail means you didn't listen to them. You tried to go post in other groups, and then boom, they got you. Now they sent you a message to your support inbox that says now you can't post in Facebook groups for 1 day or 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, or 14 days. And it tells you exact time period. It doesn't mean your Facebook shut down whatsoever. Facebook jail just means you can't physically go to a Facebook group on your phone and join a group or post in groups until your little time period is up. Because it is a way, since we use the Facebook groups to not have to pay for advertising, to do all our posting, all our messaging through Messenger, it is a way for us to not have to use the Facebook business page, but at the same time, Facebook does try to don't let you go in there and just spam people. So if you send too many people messages, and these people you're sending these messages to are not Facebook friends, that's going to pop up a warning right there out the gate. You send 20, 30, 40 people direct messages who are not Facebook friends, then you're going to get popped and go to Messenger timeout. Now, your Messenger timeout will last anywhere from 4 hours to 24 hours. And I was looking through our classroom today. I've even got it pulled up here. And under our Facebook jail and Messenger timeout, it's in our Buzz Google Classroom number 4. I bet I have at least, it's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different categories where I teach you how to stay out of Facebook jail, how to stay out of Facebook prison, how to stay out of Messenger timeout. But most importantly, every Buzz team member, except for a very few, has said, hey, at one point, I might have got put in Messenger timeout. I might have got put in Facebook jail for a week or for 3 days or 5 days. It's a very small price to pay to build advertise for free. Plus, there's many, many, many ways around Facebook jail and Messenger timeout. And that is where the Buzz comes in. We teach you how to get out there and use the Facebook groups. You get into classroom number 4 and you look at these 16 different categories because most of these have the word video next to them. Most of them had the word video or screenshots, but I'd say majority of them, I'm seeing video, 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 video. A lot of those are where I shared my screen. I showed plenty of tips, tricks on things you can do while you're in Facebook timeout, while you're in Facebook jail, while you're in Messenger timeout. Plenty of things to get you around those things. So that way it doesn't slow you down. It doesn't slow your business down. But keep in mind, this has nothing to do with your personal branding group. Your personal branding group's still going to grow. It's not going to stop growing. It has nothing to do with that per se, as in how are you still going to grow with the buzz if you got put in a little timeout period. It doesn't hurt whatsoever. As a matter of fact, we have done it and been through it so many times that I could close my eyes, be blindfolded, and still get out there and post and bring in clients or find ways to bring in clients while in Facebook jail, while in Messenger timeout. And it's a true story. One of our Buzz team members just brought in 4 or 5 contracts in a 30-day period while they first got put in Facebook jail, because it doesn't stop you from messaging people, connecting to people, using the buzz through other people's accounts, teaching people how to use the buzz and work with them, like we have the real estate agents and loan originators doing all the time. They're all the time reaching out to each other and teaching people, hey, let's get on Facebook, use the buzz here. Marty has taught us a way that we never have to worry about leads again. Now we just get these never-ending clients and take it easy. Do everything in moderation. You do not have to get, and that's where a lot of people run to their mistake at, is feeling like they have to get a million contacts, a million people message them in one night, because it can get addictive. You see your phone just nonstop ding, 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 ding. People just blowing up, boom, 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 wanting info. It's hard not to keep messaging. And here's a thing they took away from us. You can wave at somebody now when you first send them a friend request. If you don't drink Coke Zero, start drinking it. If you're trying to lose weight, Coke Zero, down to about 180, 185. And I was sitting about 220, 225. This was the first thing I changed. I quit drinking all the calories. So do not drink your calories. Step number one. Step number one. Step number 2, join the buzz. I'll keep you so happy and motivated with clients coming in. You won't have time to sit down and snack all the time. You'll be so busy, so covered up with never ending clients, you won't be able to see straight. We have literally watched a lot of people bring in an absolute ton of clients, and you'll see that tonight on those videos. Be sure to be watching this channel at 10:30 for this channel. We'll be dropping a video showing success from a Buzz team member, brand new. 11 o'clock, be watching the other channel. You'll see me share my screen, show you about these Google Classrooms. That's just one of the way we teach people, is the Google Classrooms. It was really easy when Zoom came out for us and allowed me to be able to share my phone. I started talking about that the first of the other live and that is really what changed the game for us, was being able to share my telephone screen to show you what I do, because everything I do is 100% mobile. You do not have to be tech savvy. Tech savvy is not even an issue in this situation because I'm not tech savvy, but you can definitely learn how to plug and play. You can preset all your messages, preset all your responses, and doing things like this right here is very important. Text replacement goes to these Facebook groups like peanut butter to jelly. And the reason I'm talking about that right now is because it is the one thing that has allowed us to really help us stay out of the Messenger timeout, the Facebook jail, the Facebook prison, the Facebook purgatory. Not only that, getting back to that wave. Now you can wave at people when you first send them a friend request, but at one time, you could wave to them every time you send them, right before you send them a message. Wave to them, send them a message. It helped keep this out of Messenger timeout. Well, now we've learned different ways since they don't give us that wave anymore. But now it's a matter of messaging the right people. You know, which ones are the right ones in message that are safe, that is not going to get you to go to Messenger timeout, and the ones that we need to message, how do we get them to message us? What is the best way to do it? This is all the things that we have in our Buzz Google Classrooms that you get access to. That's actually an app on your phone. And the great thing about the app being on your phone is no matter where you're at, you typically have your phone in your hand. You're able to go in there and see everything at your own leisure, at your own time, and don't have to feel pressure, because what we teach you with the buzz will last for life. It'll last for as long as these Facebook's been around. They've been around since Facebook groups, been around since 2010. Now we're seeing 2020, and they've only started really focusing on the groups for the last couple of years, and they're putting all their time and emphasis on these Facebook groups and on the messenger groups. So knowing how to stay out of Facebook jail and messenger timeout is very, very important. But knowing what to do if you ever get in those situations is even more important. And that's where a lot of people will try to use the Facebook groups, try to go to the wrong places. Then they'll find themselves in a little bit of trouble, and they'll just quit. They'll think, oh, maybe you can't, maybe it's not possible. Maybe it's not, maybe this ain't the way I want to go, but I can't go this way. I'm going to go back to doing paid ads again. No, you do not ever, 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 ever need to pay for advertising again once you become a Buzz team member. It works 100% of the time. All right, guys, the buzz is out. I hope that has helped you guys understand a little bit more about Facebook jail, Messenger timeout, Facebook timeout. Slow it down. Do everything in moderation. Don't go Don't go join 100 groups tomorrow. Don't go post in 100 groups tomorrow. Do everything in moderation. Try to stay under 100 no matter what you do in a 24-hour period. Hope that helps. See ya, see ya, see ya.